Hi guys, in this lesson we will create another Python Pandas data analysis project by using the pandas and other libraries. The dataset will be about the data science field, so we will create, manipulate, group the dataset and analyze it or visualize it completely from scratch. We will create a couple of charts and explain every single step in detail. So stay up to the end and subscribe to our channel to watch the similar content in the future. Also make sure to check out our other videos to learn or go deeper into the data science field. So let's start our project and create a new file here. We will call this file data science. And first we are just need to import the libraries. Import pandas will be the first, spd. The second one will be matplotlib. Import matplotlib, pyplot splt. Then we will import the numpy, snp, and seaborn library. And these are the areas, so click shift enter and all of these libraries will be run. I have already installed all of them, so if you want to install them you could just see the other videos, the previous videos where I just explain it. Now I will import the dataset here. First I will just type in the df pd read csv and type in the project. Inside of the project folder, inside of the data folder. Inside of the data folder I have what? The name of the file is the data science csv. datascience.csv, and print out the first 5 rows. Okay, and you could see that we have imported the dataset. We have some columns that should be gone, or we should just delete them, for example the first one, and also we will delete the salary here. So in order to delete them I will first just check up how many columns and rows do we have. Okay, we have 607 rows and 12 columns, and we need to delete this one and this one. Okay, so in order to delete it we will just type in the df drop. After the drop I will just assign the name of the column. The first one is like this one. I will copy it, and the second one will be the salary column. Here, this one, because I have a salary in currency in USD, I don't need the salary column. Okay, so I will delete them, but you can save it, you can just keep it, it's up to you. Axis equals to 1, and so for all rows, and we will just save it. Place equals to true. Okay, and now I will just click shift enter and call the dataset again here. Just after dropping it, if I just call the dataset it will delete it. Okay, you could see if I just run it again, because I run it from the actual data source, that's why it's just reading it. But if I just perform this function and call it again, you could see that it will be deleted. It doesn't matter, you can even call it here, like here, df dataset. Okay, it will be still there, and we have still deleted these columns, does not matter. Now we will want to do what? We will find the average salary by year. You could see that we have a work year here and the salary in USD like here. So if we want to find the average salary by year, we need to group it by work year and find out the mean, like the average salary. Okay, Okay, how should I do this? So first we will just type in the variable called df1, and after the df we will just put in the group by, and inside of the group by we'll just type in the work year, because we need to group it by work year, and sum up which column? This column, salary in USD. Okay, and then I will do what? Just print out the mean. Okay, if I just click shift enter, call it again df1, it will print out the mean or the average number for each specific year. You could see for 2020 it's this number, like 95,000. For 2021 it's just a bit bigger. For 2022 it's a lot bigger. So we could even round them up here by typing round to 2 decimal points here. Okay, so that it looks better right now. Now we could do what? Just plot it. We could of course plot it like that, like the f1 here. I will just add in the like plot, just a moment, like plot, and kind will be equals to bar, for example, right? If I just plot it here, it will just visualize it as a bar chart and print it out. But I also want to specify the labels here. In order to specify the labels, I will just perform it in another way, in a more advanced way. Okay, how will I do this? I will first, if I just call the df1, just a minute, df1, you will see it has like a series. Okay, our data is in series. If we are going to, for example, call these years, we need to call it like a df index, df index, and values will be called like df1 values. Okay, but I want to call them as a column names. In order to do this, I will just create a data frame from scratch with the curly brackets here. The first column name will be, for example, again the work year. This will be equal to what? df1 index, and the second one will be average salary. Okay, and this will be called like the f1 values. Okay, and now I can do what? Just create this, assign this data frame to df1 again, pd data frame, and passing the what? The data variable here, and call the df1 again, and it will print out what? The table. So this series will be converted to this table. Okay, now I can easily visualize it by adding the labels here even. Okay, in order to visualize, I will just convert the average salary to thousands and form it like K here. Okay, in order to do this, I will just type in the df, for example, here, df average salary. If I just call the df head here, this is like the salary in USD. Okay, so I will just convert this to the K. How should I do this? I will just add in the x equals to, or before x, I will just type in the df1, this average salary. I will pick up this column like this one, will be equals to what? df1 again average salary divided by 1000 and rounded to 2, round to 2. if I run it and call like df1 again, run it, you could see that we will just divide it by 1000 and get these numbers like in a neat way. And now we will just add in the k format to this k string to each of these number. So in order to add it, first we need to plot it. Okay, it's better to plot it and then like put it df1 plot kind will be equals to the bar. We will put in print out the bars here. X will be equals to the first column, work here, and Y will be the second column, average salary. Okay, and the legend will be true for now, equals true. Okay, if I just type in the X here, this will print out the bar chart for us. Okay, now we can add the labels. To add the label, we will just add in the bar label and add in the X containers 0 element, and then for labels will be like the F1, the salaries here, these will be the labels here, and we could add in the string like map it and add in it inside of the curly brackets with 2 decimal points, 2 F, and add in the K here. Okay, also I think that we should, after the K, format it, and that's it. Okay, if I just click shift enter, you could see that this will format it in a better way. I can even make a little bit padding here. Padding equals to 3, okay, even no paddings here, does not need it here. Okay, now I can do what? Instead of the padding, I can add in the margins like plt subplots, adjust. One top will be equals to 1.2. Well, it's 1.3. Yes. Let's see. Okay, this looks better right now. Or 1.2 will be even good. Okay. Now I can add in the legend. The X legend equals to like average salary. This legend will be salary, bring back to the front, to the location upper left, or yes, upper left, goes to upper left. Let's see, upper left. Okay, now it looks better. Okay, we can set the labels for the x-axis and y-axis also. In order to set them, we will just type in the plt x label, work here, plt y label will be equals to average salary, and title would be title average salaries by years. The color will be red. Okay, and then plt show. If I click shift enter, you could see that we will visualize this bar chart and print out the average salary for each specific year. Okay, we could clearly see that for 2022 the average salary is more higher than the other 2 years here. Okay, what's the second task? Secondly, we could just find out the remote ratio, or if I just print out the data frame itself, we could here see that it has like a remote ratio column here. I will just type in the df remote ratio value counts. You could see we have 381 elements with 100, 127 with 0, and 99 with 50. What does it mean? It means that we have no remote workers with 127 numbers, and these 50 just work partially, and these are the fully remote employees. Okay, so we need to print them out. In order to print them, I will first define it to the df2, to data frame 2, and again visualize it as a series. Now I can I don't want to print it out like these numbers. Instead, I will just create the labels for it by typing the labels inside of the list. I will add in the first one, fully remote. For this 100, then will be no remote. Okay, and the last one is the partially remote. For the 50. You just pay attention that these numbers should be respective to these labels here when we visualize them. So now I can do what? Just assign the values by adding the df2 to the list. For example, if I just type in the df2 and convert the elements to the list like this one, it will print out the values in a list format. Okay, now in order to escape it, we will just type in the plt bar. First, labels will be put it here, labels like these labels that we have created. Then values will be counted here like these values, so I will just assign them as values here. I will just type in the first, I will run it and then add it here, values. Then after comma I can even add in the width equals to 0.5. Let's just print it out and see here what it has. Okay, let's run it, labels, and run it again, and you could see that we have printed out their values with the labels fully remote, no remote, and partial remote. I can even change the color here, color equals to red. Okay, Now I can add in the bar labels here if I want. For example, plt bar label will be z, and the labels will be values. Okay, you could see these values have been popped up here. These values, like these ones, values in a listed way. Okay, now I will add in the plt title employees in a remote work or remote position, and title plt title like label, y label would be what? The count of them. Okay, and add in the plt show, and you could see that we have created it. Now let's print out the company size based on the years. We will first type in the df again here, and from here we could clearly see the company size here. Which one is the company size? This one, you could see. First I will just print out the company size value counts here, value counts and you could see M, L and S. We have like these values. What does it mean? M means the medium, these ones are large, and these ones are small. So we will just define it, the value counts, to the df3 and print them out. Okay, now we will just try to find in the index names and create them, make them out of the list. For example, df3 index will be like M, L and S. We will just convert them to the list, to list. Okay, and also the values should be assigned like that, but they should be automatically printed out. Okay, see, these are the values. Here I have already showed you that values also should be like printed in a list, but does not matter. If I just type in the toList here, toList, it will print out only the values here. Okay, it does not matter. Okay, it will also, we will create the we will just try to create the pie chart out of this. In order to create it, we will just type in the plt. First I will just type in the figure size, give a figure size, and just inside of the figure I will add in the fig size equals to 613.6. Okay, then I will add in the plt pi, add in the x value will be what? The first one, values. Which values? Like these values, df3 values. We'll just add in the values to equals to these values. Okay, and these values too will be assigned here. Now labels will be none, is none, and also I will add in, let's just print it out and see what it says. Values 2 is not defined. Run it again. You can see it has created the pie chart for us, so it locks the information. So I will print it out in a percentage out of PCT equals to with 1 decimal points. I will add in the 1.1. okay, F, and shadow will be also true. Let's make it true, and you could see that it has created the percentage signs for us, and we can also add in the PLT show to get rid of them. Okay, also we can do what, add in the legend. First I will just type in the PLT legend labels will be equals to these labels. Okay, I will create the labels for them. I have already told that labels will be created. Labels for company, because I don't want to be it shown like these ones, so I will add in the first one will be medium, the next one will be large, and then the small. Okay, so labels also will be these labels. First run it and run it here. Then location will be upper right. Let's shift enter and go to the print. Let's run it again. You could see that it will print out the legend. We could also add in the PLT axis equals to equal, and you could see that it will print it out in a center, and legend will be removed to the right side. Okay, at last we can just add in the company size, like type in PLT title equals to company size. Okay, like this one. Now we will print out the top 5 job titles. Let's print out the dataset again. Okay, where is the job title here? Like this one. Okay, let's just print out its values. df job title value counts. You could see it has lots of job titles here, but we are interested in the top 5, so we will just print out the top 5 by adding the colon and 5 here, or we can just assign it to its head, it does not matter, and assign it to the fourth variable here, df4. Okay, now we will plot it with bar chart. Again, to plot it we will just add in the again plt figure, we will just give a figure here, size like fixed size equals to 12.6. SNS, I will just print it out with the help of the Seaborn. I can actually use it like plt again bar, like this one, and add in the x equals, for example, the f4 index, like the f4 index, and height will be here, height will be here, the f4 values. Okay, if I just click shift enter, you will see it will print it out for me, but I will just try to visualize with the help of the Seaborn by typing the SNS bar plot. X will be equals to again this one, df 4 index, but here y will be equals to df4 values. And if I click shift enter, you could see that it will print it out in a more better way, but I can even add in the palette here, palette and equals to vary this, like vary this. You could see when the chart is higher, it has the dark mode like here, like the data science here. Okay, also I will add in the titles here as usual here, plt title. Let's just pick it from here. PLT title will be what? Top 5 job titles. Available will be count again, and also rotate it by typing plt ticks rotation equals to -20. Okay, now we will find out the distribution of salary by company size. First I will just type in the df and find out the salary in USD and the company size here. You could see this is the company size. Okay, and I already labeled the company size here, but I will do it one time more if it's needed, but if it's not, I will just label it as it is. Okay, first I will just try to extract two columns to the df5, like the first column will be this one, salary in USD, and the second column will be the company size, like this one. Company size, and surround it with one more bracket and call the df5 here, and you can see that we will extract these two columns, and out of these two columns I will just create the clusters for each, for example company size, and compare the distribution of salaries. Okay, in order to do this, I will just first try to add in the s equals to, for example, for small, I will add in the df5 and here I will add in the company size. Okay, will be equals to like S. Okay, here like this one. So if I just print out S here, it will print out all the salaries for the companies, for the small company. In the same way I will do it for middle and large companies. This will be equals to M, and for large it will be equals to L. Okay, and I will also change the variables M and L. Okay, labels also will be copied here. I have already created the labels for companies like this one. I will just paste them here, like labels equals to medium, large and small. And now I will just try to get the mean salary by company size for each specific, for example, row here for small, middle and large. In order to do this, I will just add in the salary mean equals to for example, the first one will be S, salary, company size, salary in USD, like this one. This will be the first one, mean. Then the next one also will be like that, but for medium companies, M. And the last one will be for large companies, for large, and all of them will be hold it in this variable. Okay, I will just run them, and there is no error if I just print it out like this one. I will print it out here. It will just print out 3 values here. You could see for small, for medium and for large companies it has the averages here. Okay, now I will do what? Try to change the label by adding the label change equals to NP. I will just try to use a numpy here and round them by x, for example, divided by 1000 for x in this mean. I will just round all of them to 2. Okay, like 2. Okay, and here I will just delete it. Okay, also after rounding it up to 2, I will again type in the label change and try to concatenate it with the string k. But before concatenate it, I need to convert it. List map str what this like label change. Okay, and add in what label change equals to x plus k space k. For I'm just adding k for all of these numbers in label change. Okay, if I just print it out, x k for x in label change, and you will see that the labels are being changed here. Okay, now I can visualize it by typing the z equals to plt bar labels like these labels these ones first, and then add in the cell mean. Okay, just check it, medium, large, small. Now I will just assign the var labels here, plt var label the first, and the second one will be this label change, like this one. And then I can even add in the alpha goes to 0.68. See, okay, you could see that this would just changed respectively. And now I will just add in the plt title equals to distribution of salary by company size. Okay, also plt x label equals to size of company and plt y label salary in USD. Okay, plt show. And here it is, the chart. Also we will just do the same for the histogram, and it's already easy because we have the values for S, like this one, for M, this one, okay, and for L also. And now in order to create the histogram, we will just first type in the SNS for the C born SNS histpot as salary in used, like this salary. We will just pick up this column for small companies, and the label will be what? The small. Okay, also KDE equals to true. What will it print? Let's see. Nothing. Has not histpot. Histplot. You could see it will print out the first chart regarding the salaries in USD for these companies. For the small company, this is how it looks like, and in the same way I will do it for medium and large. For medium I will just type in M, for large I will type in the L, and here I will just add in the medium and large. Click shift enter, and you can see what will it print here. Also I can easily add in the titles here, from here plt title, again salary, and to sell by company size, again the size, and this will be the X label will be salary in USD, salary in USD. X label will be like that, and delete the remaining. Click shift enter, and here it is. Now the last process, we will find the experience level of employees. Again, print out the data frame, run it, where the experiments, this one, experience level. Let's just print out the value counts, df experience level value counts, we have senior, like middle, experts, okay, juniors. First I will just try to replace all of them in order to print it out. I can even for example assign it to the df6 for example and print it out df6, and now I can just type in the df6 index to print out the index name like this one, because I'm going to rename all of them to list. Okay, and now I just replace the short forms with these understandable labels. Like for example, I can usually do it like that in a normal way by using a replace method, for example for en or for sa. I will just type in the senior, right, and it make it in place equals to true. But I will not just do it in this way, because I'm just trying to escape the repetitive code. So I will just create a list and make it with the help of the for loop, okay, or just replace method in another way. I will just type in experience map equals to, create the curly bracket like set, the first one for en like this one, or sa, let's the sa. For the senior ones will be what, seniors, senior, okay. For mi will be middle, for en will be entry level, and the last one is the x will be what, executive. Okay, now I will just type in the df within, or df6, see, or does not necessarily mean the df6. If I just type it the df6 index, it will print out like these ones. So I will need to change it in the whole column. So in order to do this, I will just type in df experience level, replace what, the experience map, this one, and make it in place equals to true, make it permanent. Okay, expand is not defined. I will just run it first and then run it again, and if I just again call it here after calling this one, run it, you could see everyone has been changed. Senior is being changed. Now I can do what, replace set the values and labels. Like labels will be equals to df6 index to list, and print out the labels, for example senior, middle, and also values will be equals to df6 values. And if I print out the values again, the values will be printed, okay, like these ones. These values are being printed to the list. Now I can use them in my plot area. First I will just type in the plt figure, fixed size equals to 6 and 12. plt pi x equals to values. First one will be the values, and labels will be assigned as the labels that I have changed, like these ones. Okay, labels, and shadow equals to true. Let's see what will it print. You could see everything is printed okay, but I will add in the percentage here, like this one. Add in the 2 here. Two decimals here. Okay, and also I can add in the plt show to get rid of these strings, and title plt title will be experience level. And that's it.